off season and stuff. You know, we sat down and he evaluated himself, I evaluated myself from what I did at Cal, and we really combined it all to be like, all right, if a team does this to us, this is our answer, and this is our answers on these certain situations as well. So I thought it was pretty healthy for the both of us to sit down and evaluate ourselves and what we were good and bad at last year, and try to make sure that we're prepared for that in the future.
I'm not sure though. With scheme, it's probably more personnel,
and that's a lot to do with things. You know, that's, you know, I can tell you going into the game we're going to have great schemes, but it always changes based off of the personnel and where you're at as a team and how things are going, because there's a lot of moving parts out there. There's a lot of kids, like offensively, we have a lot of inexperienced guys out there. You know, we really do. Like, you know, Will Greer hasn't even played in a year and a half, so like, who knows how his first game jitters are going to be. You know, I think he's going to be fine. We're going to bank on him being fine, but you always have to have that backup plan linger in the back of your head on certain situations. So, you know, that's a lot of just trying to get the feel of the game, and you got to try to get on top of it pretty early too.
And that stretch guy covering all the field, down the field, you feel like you've got that?
Yeah, I think we do. You know, and I feel comfortable with it. I don't think we have the depth that is needed, but that's kind of up to us to put these kids in the right spots.
So about personnel as a whole, have you honed in on everybody? And
starting to, yeah, it's pretty much locked up on who we believe is going to be put in packages, who's going to be the guys that are going to be our consistent every down guys. That's kind of where we're at. You know, there's some of these young kids that you just don't know how they're going to be yet. You know, we're going to put them in there and let them play. If they're feeling it, you know, we've got our packages to keep getting the ball. If not, we can always go a different direction with it. That's why that first game is, there's so many ups and downs, so many different directions that you can go with it, but we'll have a lot of different ways to approach it. And then once you get into the next games, like the second, third, fourth game, that's where it gets easier, because you at least have an identity of where you're going to be going.
Anybody that's jumped up onto the depth chart or to
no, it's been pretty consistent. You know, like, I think one of the hardest things for us is to figure out how we're going to play all the running backs. You know, because I think we're very deep in that room. So it's going to get creative, I think, with how many guys we can get out there. So.
Did you see him with the roles?
I do. I see them all with the role. You know, I think the kid that has came along is Alex Sinkfield lately, just so added a fifth running back to that group. So, you know, we'll see where we go with that.
Instead of a 5-tool player, you have 5 tools.
I know, and they're all kind of different in a way, so it'll be interesting to see. You know, there's some unknowns. You know, they're still young, and you know, there's some proven backs that we know what they're going to do. The other guys we got to get a feel for, you know, early in the game to see what type of player they are.
Between Crawford and Petaway, which one do you consider more of the power back? Which one? You need that 1 yard.
I'm gonna go Petaway probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. Crawford's a guy that you got to get enough touches now. You guys seen that, so you know, I feel comfortable with them both if you look at it that direction. But I like Petaway's downhill mentality. I just like the toughness of that kid.
Sinkfield, as far as I guess he's got the speed. I mean, would he also give you a slot?
You know, Petaway or
No,
Crawford? Oh, Sinkfield. Yeah, I think Sinkfield can do it all. I really do. You know, he's a kid that every single day you saw him keep getting better, and he keeps growing and learning and figuring it out, and he doesn't really make that same mistake twice. So, you know, I mean, that shows he cares, and it means a lot to him, and he puts the work in. Yeah.
With Will, is there a little bit of an element of surprise that could work in your benefit? There's obviously tape on him, but it's almost 2 years since he's played in the game.
Yeah, you know, I haven't seen him in a true live situation, and I'm curious to see, you know, if his capability of extending plays. I think that, you know, you see signs of it. You watch it from his tape when he was at Florida. That's probably the element of surprise that I'm kind of looking forward to see what happens. You know, if a play breaks down, protection breaks down, or, you know, just see what he's capable of doing.
Gotcha.
What kind of advantage is it that you can line up Sills here, you can line up Sills there, you can line up McCoy here, line up there, as far as team scouting you and the likes? I mean, you know, they've got their analysts, and that's got